अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, आई होप आप सब ठीक होंगे। तो आज हमारे साथ हमारी जो मेंटोर जो लेजेंड हैं वो है मिसेस परवीन काजी, जिन्होंने फादर्स के ज़माने में बर्न हॉल ज्वाइन किया था। तो चलते हैं उनसे उनकी मेमोरीज़ जानते हैं, उस टाइम के बारे में पूछते हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम, क्या हाल है, कैसी हैं आप, ठीक है?
बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ, शुक्रिया आपने इनवाइट किया मुझे।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम फॉर गिविंग अस टाइम। स्टार्ट करते हैं, मेमोरीज रिवाइव करते हैं।
आई एम रेडी।
पहले थोड़ा सा बताएंगी कहाँ से बिलोंग करती हैं, बचपन कहाँ गुजरा?
फादर मेरे डॉक्टर हाशमी actually belong to Rawalpindi, but he has practiced in Abbottabad, so that's why my whole life I was in Abbottabad. वालदा मेरी जो है वो चिन्योट से थे. My mother opened the first middle school for girls in Bannu, and my khala, she opened the first primary school for girls, Muslim girls actually, in Kohat. After that, my other two khalas, they were sent to Aligarh for education. I can say that my both khalas and my mother, they are pioneers of education in Sarhad. When I was 14, I finished my high school. By 18, I was graduated from college. And when I was 21 years old, तो उस वक्त मैंने बर्न हॉल में काम शुरू किया है.
अच्छा, माशाल्लाह। तो मैम बर्न हॉल ज्वाइन किया, कैसे ज्वाइन किया?
Father Scanlon was my father's friend. When I finished my B.Ed, I was given appointment to start my teaching in Mansehra Girls High School. And I was crying. I was said, I'm not going to go there. There was a teacher whose sons, they were attending Burn Hall that time. She told Father Scanlon that and there is Miss Hashmi. She doesn't like to stay in Mansehra. And she is very good math teacher. You are looking for a math teacher. Why don't you invite her to your school? And he said, oh, her two brothers are in this school. One was in senior Cambridge that time, and one was finishing metric. Father Scanlon called my father. My father said, my daughter is so young, and this is 100% boys' school. It will be really hard for me to think about my daughter coming here. But Father Scanlon told him that he is going to take care of me like his own daughter. And he proved that till the end. He left and I left too that year. 1971. It was 15th of August 1965 when I joined Burn Hall. मेरा experience शुरू से ही बहुत अच्छा रहा. First I was given only 6th grade. Then after that I went to 7th grade, then 8th grade. Finally, I was given junior Cambridge classes too. Father Turner, when he was giving me leaving certificate, he especially mentioned that I'm capable of teaching senior Cambridge classes too. Because what happened one time, one of the teachers, I think it was Mr. Hamdani, who was teaching senior Cambridge math, he was very sick and he was off for 2 weeks. And Father Scanlon said, you have to go and teach that class. And I said, no, these kids are so old kids and it's really hard for me to teach them. He said, no, I'm going to sit in the class and you are going to teach. So for 2 weeks, it was, I think, calculus class or trigonometry or something like that. So I was teaching that class and he was so impressed. He said, next year, I will give you senior Cambridge classes too. Father Scanlon was always very, very nice to me. Another thing that he trusted me when all the classes were done. The first session was ended in August. After that, I think there were some 15, 20 days vacation or something when everybody left. Father Scanlon called me to his office for 2-3 days and that time we were entering the grades by hands in register. So for 3 days at least, I was taking all the grades, putting them in those register, and he paid me extra for that because he was so concerned that my father passed away. My brother was, both of them, they have gone to PMA. Later they came out, one as major and one left army. But he was very concerned about my income and everything, and he was trying to find out some job for me. The first typewriter that I ever experienced, he taught me. But somebody was showing one of the picture, I was looking at that typewriter. Some old student, he said, this was the typewriter Father Scanlon was using. I said, I have used that too. Even the whole staff, they respected me very much. And one time this happened that one of the teacher, I think he was out of his mind. He said something to me. I went to Father Scanlon, and Father Scanlon said, I promised your father that I will be your father. You don't worry. He called that guy and he asked to leave his job. So I felt bad, but he said, nobody can bother you in this school till I'm here. I think this is from Allah. You see, the summertime, Father Scanlon left to England and he got very sick over there. He could not come back. He could not come back. And I got married in July and I left that year too. And I have some letters from Father Scanlon that he wrote me, and these were the last letters that he wrote from the hospital. And then he passed away. It hurted me so much. It's make me emotional also that it was something that Allah has planned for me with Father Scanlon.
That's really nice.
All my students, sometimes they say that I was very strict teacher. Some says, I don't know, that time maybe corporal punishment was not bad because Father Scanlon and Father Johnson was giving these paddles also to the kids when they were not obeying. Even still, my students, they say that just my punishment was pulling their ears. That was my punishment for the kids. But everyone said the way I taught them, they never forget. So I think the learning of anything has to be lifetime learning. And I believe in that and I try. My teaching is maybe different from so many others because I try to find out individual student what their weaknesses are. And I start working on their weaknesses first. In one class, if there are 30 kids, it's really hard to do that, but I have control of that. So I started with their weaknesses, and when they reached the level that they try to understand, they said they don't need me anymore for those weaknesses and they are on their own. And that's why that is lifetime learning starts there. That's I think maybe gift from God, from Allah. It's not only that I was teaching. Okay, when we started girls education there, I was given another duty. 3 days a week I have to go in the evening when the boys have their study hours. I was in charge of the girls sport. We have basketball, we have hockey, and though I was not perfect, but I learned from them and they learned from me. And really, it was really an honor for me to work with those.
So, ma'am, do you remember any colleagues from your time from Burn Hall?
Miss Manto was my mentor. Actually, Miss Manto's uncle was best friend with my father. They grew up together in Rawalpindi in the same mahalla. And Uncle Sharif, he was very, very close to my father. My father told me specifically, you have to listen to Miss Manto. And really, Miss Manto, wherever I was a little bit wrong, or if I need help, we were always sitting next to each other in the staff room, and I was telling her, today this happened, how could I handle this? And really, she was the greatest lady of all time. And she told me, I mean, sometimes like I was not doing something correct, and she corrected me. Sometime during the summertime, I was coming from my home, I was coming to her residence, and then we were walking all together to Shimla Hill, coming back. During those, the conversation that we have was so nice. It was all about how to build your character. And I think I owe that lady so much.
Did Ma'am Rabia Ishaq taught with you as well? Was she there? She was your colleague?
Yeah, she was my colleague. When I was, I think, my 4th year she came, but then she had baby, she left. But then the last year I was there, she came back again, and she helped me a lot too, because when I got married, my husband said that his friend is from Hyderabad, Deccan, and his wife is cooking this kind of stuff. So I asked Mrs. Saab, I said, can't you teach me how to make begare bangan and all these kind of stuff, and biryani? So she taught me, and she was a very nice lady. You see, before her death, I met her twice in America. She was with her daughter and she came to me to see me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, you went to America after getting married. Taught there as well?
Yeah, when I went to America, first year, because I had my baby, first girl, so I rested for 1 year. But then I did not know that I was pregnant with second one, and I joined the college to finish my master. It was strange because usually when you have your BSc, BEd degree, you have to take undergraduate almost 60 hours, 60 credit hours. I took like math classes, and in that math classes, so there were engineers from Union Carbide, almost 10, 15 of them, they were taking that class too. So I was making 100%. My professor asked me, do you know this? I said, I have done all this, static, dynamics and all these in my undergraduate, in my BSc, I did this math. And he was very surprised. Usually your degree has to be approved first, and then after that you have to be given some kind of points that yes, you have to take undergraduate maybe 60 hours, 30 hours. But this professor, Mr. Heather, he wrote that I'm not concerned about her mathematics in my master class. She is getting perfect grades there. So I think she should not be taken any undergraduate classes. And this is like it's very unusual thing that right away I was admitted in college. This was 1973 because I got married in 71. When I went there, my husband was finishing his PhD in environmental health. And the day he finished his PhD, he got the job with Union Carbide, a very big company in Charleston, West Virginia. So almost in a week, we packed up from Oklahoma to West Virginia. I liked West Virginia because it was just like Abbottabad, Murray. It's all hilly, nice place. So I really liked it. I did not like Oklahoma where everything was flat. In 1973, I started my graduate classes. And then I found out that I'm pregnant with another baby. I did not leave everything. During the daytime, I was taking care of children, baby, home. And then in the evening, I have classes, evening classes. My husband was taking care of children. And then when I came home, then take a little bit rest and cleaning the house in the evening. After that, 12 o'clock, or then studying there. So it was not really very hard on me. Now, if I think, I say, how did I do that? Yeah. It's like, so I finished my first master when my second son was 6 months old. During 3 years, I completed my master. And my master was with secondary education with math emphasis, because I have a lot of math classes, graduate classes, plus education classes. So after that, I start teaching here and there, just a little bit, substituting and all that. But after my fourth son, he was born, then after that, one of the director of education, she told me, you better start teaching, and you have to teach now because you are not going to get full your retirement. I said, okay. I start teaching in a school, it was junior high school, and it was like about 35 miles from my home. Though we have carpooling, but that is like in the very rural area. And sometimes when people think that America is so great and all this, everybody is rich, but I have seen that other side of America in that area. When my students, they were smelling, and I asked counselor that why it's like that. They told me that some of these children, they don't have running water in their home. So I said, okay, I want to go and see them. So I went to those hollows, they call it hollows, deep in mountains. And I went there and saw those people, that not everybody is rich in America. So I taught there for 5 years. When I left, parents from that area, they came to Board of Education to stop my transfer, because they say the first time somebody taught real good math to our children. And so I taught for almost 35 years. But during that time, I joined different other program also. My famous program is called HISTA, HSTA, Health Science Technology Academy. This was started with the West Virginia University program where I taught. During the summer, I was teaching the classes also. And this program is especially for those African American who has low income, their parents are not educated, and they are from very rural area. So I worked with this program, and still I'm on the board, but I worked with that program for 30 years. This is after school program, and it was like my second ambition, I can say, because I helped so many students that now they are doctors and dentists and nurses, because it was health sciences program. And due to that, I did another master with secondary education with science emphasis. So I'm good in science also now. And then I joined Teachers Union. 14 years, I was executive board member on that Teachers Union also. Then I was NCTM chief representative from my county, and I was there for 12 years. And the biggest convention I arranged in Charleston, West Virginia, that People were surprised. There were almost 3,000 teachers attended those from all over the United States, and they gave me really plaque for that. Nobody has done that kind of stuff before. Every program that I have tons of certificates, and I was twice math teacher of the year. It's not common. It's only one time, one lifetime, one teacher will get like teacher of the year. So in 1994, I was teacher of the year because I was teaching in a school that has criminal coming to that school after serving their time in jails and all that. They were sending us to us, and because I helped them, and at least 50% of those classes went to college. So this was a big honor for me, and they gave me teacher of the year award. Then 2002 and 2003, I was again teacher of the year because from that school, this was very honorable school, mostly from governor children, senator's children to laborer children were in that school. So I tried to make the diversity between them. So for that reason, they gave me award for that too. Otherwise, you see, there is so much cultural difference between those two classes, financial difference, but I really taught them, and they came and specially told them that this is due to Mrs. Qazi, because I'm Miss Hashmi here, but I'm called Mrs. Qazi over there. Okay. So another thing is like another award that I have from HISTA program, that Health Science Technology Academy, the state teacher of the year.
Very nice.
But I think this is whatever I owe this to Father Scanlon. I owe this to Burn Hall, because the confidence and the maturity that I got, it was from that school, Burn Hall.
Very nice, ma'am. So, ma'am, coming to your children, you've got 4 children. So
yeah, mashallah, I have 4 children. My oldest daughter, she's married to a cardiologist, but she is working for a company, and it's a hospital company, and she is vice president of that company. Very nice. And very honorable job she has. Actually, my older daughter has one daughter and one son. Her son is in college. After finishing college, he has his first job from last month, and her daughter is in second year of college. And then my second daughter, she is dentist, and she has because she got married very late, and then children very late, so she has 5.5 years old and 3.5 years old girl, boy and girl. And then my older son, after that, number 3, he is an oncologist, and he has 4 children. He has 3 sons and 1 daughter.
Mashallah.
And my last son, because my last son is actually 5-6 years younger than the third one. Okay. He married pretty late, but after 5 years, he has just another daughter, I think 6 weeks old. Okay. And he is doctor also. Yeah, that's
very
it.
Very nice, ma'am. So, ma'am, you are settled there in West Virginia, and you come to Pakistan often?
Yeah, this is about 13 years. After I took my retirement, I came here and I said, why should not I come to Pakistan and try to buy the house here, though my brothers were and all. They said, why you are buying a house? Why don't you come and stay with me? But I think once you live in that area in America, just privacy makes a big difference over there. So privacy is the thing that I said, yeah, I can live with you, but the one privacy that I want here. Okay. And so that's why I bought my first house, small house, condo type in Safari Villa in Beria town, where I lived for 4 or 5 years. And then I built another house in Abu Bakr block in that. So I'm coming here almost sometimes twice a year. Like year before I came twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ma'am, about your brother, I've heard your brother was also teacher of Burn Hall.
Yes, Abid Hashmi. He was fantastic teacher. I heard the best dresser, always wearing, but I think that came from my father. My father was always very well-dressed person. He is not doing well right now, but I think the student that he has, still they are telling me that he was the best English teacher that they have, because he was educated from Burn Hall, from kindergarten to junior Cambridge to matric, and then his attitude is just like Father Scanlon and different fathers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
चलें, it was lovely speaking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking out time for us, and may Allah bless you with a long and healthy life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Just need your prayers and everybody's prayer. Yeah, I don't know, but I have to tell that I'm over 80 right now.
Mashallah, ma'am.
But nobody says that I'm 80.
Age is just a number.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you once again.
You're welcome.